Welcome to the Notorious Real Estate Watchdog. Here, we expose scams and pitfalls to protect the innocent and educate our viewers. With your host, the notorious BIC, Stephen Long.
Well, welcome to this week's episode of Notorious Watchdog. And as you know, we like to watch out for scams and pitfalls in real estate. And today I have a very special guest. His name is Rob Hunt. He is here to help us avoid vacant land scams. And he has been able to experience this firsthand. I wanted to walk you guys through some real life North Carolina scenarios. And tell us a little bit about yourself. And then we're going to jump into the story and how we got here.
Awesome. Thanks, Stephen. Again, my name is Rob Hunt. I work over at the Keller Williams Realty here in Durham. Been doing it for over 10 years, maybe closer to 12, give or take. Mostly in the Durham, Orange, Chatham, Wake County area. I'll sneak into Alamance County every once in a while when the opportunity presents itself. Do mostly residential, some commercial land, and then a decent amount of undeveloped land has stumbled onto my desk recently over the past couple of years. So that's kind of what got me into this situation originally.
Tell us a little bit about this backstory. How did you come into this listing? Tell me about the listing and how we got down this road or got started down this road.
So I had an individual reach out to me and he gave me a call, left me a voicemail initially saying, "Hey, my name's X, Y, and Z. I own some properties here in Durham. Was wondering if you could take a look at them, give me a market valuation, and then possibly sell them in the future."
That's what we want, right? We want the clients calling us, say, "Come list me." That's great. That's a good day.
Yeah. Yes. So everything, that's how the party got started. And, from there, I gave him a call back. I was able to get in contact with him. I think, second or third attempt, I gave him a call, left him a voicemail, shot him a text message, and then he ended up responding back to me. And so we jumped on the phone call. I had a real life conversation with the gentleman. He gave me his name, the property address, his email address, phone number. I mean, he gave me all the initial information. I went to pull up some comps, some information, got acquainted with the property and sent it over to him. And then he gave me a call back about a day later and said, "Okay, everything looks good. If, I'm comfortable with the numbers you recommended, let's start there, put together the paperwork, and let's get it moving forward." So
this felt like the real deal. Like it totally felt like a normal come list me, normal process, no red flags.
as of right now, there are no real red flags. Yeah, I mean, everything seemed, the guy was a little abrasive, but again, that's not something I'm not familiar with. And I put together the initial listing agreement. I sent it over to him. He signs it. His wife signs it. He shoots me a text message back saying, "Hey, should be all set. Let me know what next steps look like." And that's when things started to get a little weird because he almost made it sound like there were no buildings on at least 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
His story was, or at least the records were, he bought a house at the time of the original development. He bought 2 additional lots from the developer at the time. 2 of those lots were undeveloped, and he had his original family home there on the 3rd lot. So the other 2, according to his story, were not built on at the time, is what he ended up telling me.
Yeah.
Now it turns out that there's the main house on lot 1, lot 2 is undeveloped, and then there was another house built on lot 3. So it kind of gets a little strange. So I'm still putting together my file, and I'm starting to ask questions to make sure this is legit. Yeah. So I asked for a driver's license. "Hey, can I get a copy of a driver's license for our file? I need a copy for both you and your wife." And that's when it was like, okay, this is definitely not looking good. He does send me 2 copies, 2 driver's license of husband, wife, names, but there were 2 things on the driver's license that were kind of odd. His looked relatively legit. His wife's was essentially looked very similar to his. The driver's license number was the exact same. But I go, okay, well, let's drive out to this property and see what's going on. Yeah. So yeah, I get out there. Sure enough, there's a house built on lot 3 at this point in time, just put together. I kind of see who the builder was, and just by chance, it was someone I was actually talking to about possibly doing a build on your own lot deal through it was Dries. Dries was the company.
Yeah.
And I have a contact there. I just finished another transaction with him. And he goes, yeah, I mean, I just helped this guy's son build a house on lot 3, the one we originally thought was vacant. And that's weird because when I was working with them, they said we are never going to develop on lot 2. Like we have no, because they try to buy it from them. Dries did. And I was like, okay, well, this is all kind of coming together. And I go, hey, this is going to be an odd question. Do you happen to have the contact information for the son?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, that's fine. So he gives me the contact information. I reach out to the son, and he goes, oh, man, this is not the first time this has happened. This guy has been trying to sell this lot. We had other people reach out about buying it. We've had people walking it thinking they were about to purchase it or list it. And I've seen these driver's license before. I sent him copies, and he goes, yeah, that's not my dad. That's not my mom. These are fake licenses. We've seen them before. We've reported them to Durham police. And I was like, oh, okay, well, that all kind of checks out. I mean, that makes perfect sense. The guy who's trying to sell it, he reached out to another attorney here locally that by chance I just so happened to close a deal with like the previous week.
Yeah.
And he said, hey, this is my preferred attorney. I've talked to them. They're aware of the situation. They should have everything they need in order for when someone does want to move forward. Like, this is who I'd like to use for everything.
Wow.
And so I reached out to them as well. And I said, hey, did you have a conversation with someone's name, XYZ? And they're like, oh, yeah, we did. It's kind of weird. He was asking like what our protocol was, like how we handle proceeds, what type of information they would need for seller documents. And I was like, yeah, I think this guy's trying to scam everyone. So everyone looked at it, and this guy's still asking me when we're going to market, when we're doing photos. And I finally, kind of got as much information out of him as possible that I could, and just sent the full file to the Durham Police Department. I reached out to the MLS and just said, hey, I don't know if you guys can do anything about this, but you might want to flag it. Like,
Right.
Definitely a possibility.
Yeah.
I sent a broadcast out to our office, and someone in my office here in Durham said, hey, I received a call from the same person, and they were saying the same lot. So it's definitely not the first time that this guy's done it, or attempted to do it at least.
And I'm so glad we're having this conversation now about how you stopped it versus how much money could have been lost, or how much you could have potentially been damaged in this as well as a broker. So you did everything textbook, and like you said, how many agents are even asking for IDs? I mean, that's something that we need to verify, and it's something the Real Estate Commission just recently put a bulletin out about, is especially with vacant land scams, making sure you are identifying the sellers. So, and that's so cool that you happen to know the builder, you happen to know the attorney, and everybody kind of came together and was like, oh yeah, this is, y'all sniffed out a really good con. So that one almost got away with it. Well, I really hope that the Durham Police Department and some of our North Carolina's finest there can maybe track that down, because if he's doing that with multiple people on multiple lots, it's very probable that there are other lots that he is attacking this with, and probably getting due diligence, like you said, at least, because that's a pretty convincing ploy. So good catch. Again, no substitute for experience and professionalism. And if you're looking for a house in the Durham Market Center, Rob's your guy. Give him a call. I'll put his information in the chat and in the comments. And again, we appreciate you coming on here and sharing this, so that they're our fellow brokers in the industry, and hopefully the consumers can avoid from sending this guy any money.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate it, and thanks again for coming on. And we'll be on the lookout for scams like this in the future.